Hi everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. We get a new deal with Ukraine, as well as some positive vibes coming out of Germany for Palantir, surprisingly. So starting with Germany, we get some new articles, which were shared a bunch yesterday, but the main theme is that there is a call for Palantir to be kept and to be implemented throughout the country for anti-terror purposes. Dirk Peglo, the chairman of Association of German Criminal Investigators, is the main voice supporting for the implementation of Palantir. He's convinced that Palantir is a solution to tie all this disparate data together as quickly as possible, and this urgency here for the safety of the German people. This is no doubt prompted by the recent attack out in Russia, which the Islamic State had taken responsibility for. Now, I know everyone's got their conspiracy or not, so conspiracy of who actually done it with their finger pointing, but regardless, for any country in control that truly wants to prevent this would need to take initiative and solutions like using Palantir at least to be at least making an effort here, like I said, if that's what they truly want. And we heard all last summer the Interior Ministry rejecting a nationwide rollout of the Vera platform powered by Palantir, citing privacy concerns and wanting an actual domestic solution developed. But Perglo is rejecting this idea considering the time for in-house development and most likely subpar quality considering the time that Palantir has been developing this product over decades. And they further note Palantir is already in use in certain German states like Hesse, NRW, and testing out in Bavaria still, which was the thing that caught attention around utilizing real people's data. And of course, the critical arguments around its legality here and circular logic, but either way, there is some support out in Germany for Palantir, and not saying it's a good thing here with the recent terror attacks out in Russia, but these are the kind of prompts that make folks get that urgency around using a Palantir kind of product because it's already developed here and proven to work. So it's not like anyone's saying you have to stop developing your in-house one, but maybe bridge that with a PG from Palantir that's already proven. So we'll see if this further develops into a deal with Germany again. Then next, we get a new one-year deal with Ukraine's Ministry of Education. This is after we got some more AIP boot camps revealed with them working with this department, but no sign of a deal until only a week later right now. This is focused on creating safe conditions for in-person education again for school-age children and maximizing bringing kids back to school. The deal is for 12 months and aims to provide around 300,000 Ukrainian children access to safe schooling. Now, it'll focus on allocating efficiently around bomb shelters for places that need it the most, with the greatest benefit to those children in the area, and they'll be creating a risk rating here for all these schools to help to identify where the resources are needed. It takes into account historic shelling data, the existing presence of a bomb shelter if it's there or not, as well as missile defense systems and seeing their coverage. So typically a school system wouldn't be able to tie these kinds of data sources together and plan around that, but at least at a nationwide government level, Ukraine can do so. And the main goal really is to hit 100% offline, meaning getting all these kids back into school. Ever since the invasion, it's literally impractical to gather up and make in-person learning a thing again in these eastern regions especially, and they say 40% of kids are only online or hybrid learning, which is leading to them lagging in their studies. Now, I know different folks always argue if online only, hybrid, or fully offline is beneficial for children's learning. I'm not an expert in this in development, but at least for the very, very young kids, at least for common sense wise, I wouldn't say it's a stretch to say in-person learning would have its benefits with socialization versus by yourself at home online with a parent who may or may not have the ability to assist in the same way as a teacher. Now, they list off a huge amount of goals, and essentially they're trying to modernize innovative spaces to learn for these kids and create the necessary conditions for in-person learning, as well as tying together analyses of academic achievement and correlating that with security, and doing this at different levels here to manage this, as well as just being able to make effective management decisions at all levels of education, and being able to create a support network for Ukrainian kids who are still needed to stay abroad, but integrating their learning of Ukrainian studies even if it's still in a distance format. So a lot of news around the world for Palantir today. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next video.